So this concept of divine being Fir'aun, everybody has a little Fir'aun in him. How? If somebody says that, okay, believe in Allah, they deny. If you said, I believe in Allah, then you don't believe in Prophet, then you deny. You are again thinking you are more knowledgeable than the Prophet. Then you believe that I am better and I do not need to worship, I don't need to pay zakat or anything, or charity, or do the Hajj. It means declaring Shahada, you are in disobedience to God, and that is a fasiq. And then it is a kufr, means denial. And similarly, this is people make mistakes, so we should just sami'ana wa ata'na, we heard and we obey. And let's listen to the verse number 27 onwards.
أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها.
Is your creation more difficult or that of the sky? He has built it.
رفع سمكها فسواها.
He has raised its height, then made it proper.
وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها.
And darkened its night, and brought forth its daylight.
والأرض بعد ذلك دحاها.
And after that, he spread out the earth.
أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها.
From it, he brought out its water and its meadows.
والجبال أرساها.
And firmly fixed the mountains.
متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم.
All this as a benefit to you and your cattle.
فإذا.
So all these verses are talking about what Allah has given to mankind as a favor and a benefit of it. And a person is asked that Allah says, I created world for you and created you for me. And this is where we as a Muslim, as a believer, we should know them. And indeed, there's a lesson for those who fear Allah. أَأَنْتُمْ أَشَدُّ خَلْقًا أَمِ السَّمَاءُ بَنَاهَا. Is it hard for Allah to make? And was it more difficult for creation of you compared to what we created in the sky, how we created, how huge and massive it is? رَفَعَ سَمْكَهَا فَسَوَّاهَا. And then it's raised its height, then it made it proper. And then وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلًا. So sky was made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and made it a proper height in the layers that has been mentioned, 7 layers. Like a pottery maker, when he make a circle and how much efforts he make, I mean, we can only assume, because Allah doesn't have physical hand, but the hand of his might and qudra, as the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without having a physical hand. It's an example because we can only understand that. رَفَعَ سَمْكَهَا فَسَوَّاهَا. And he raised them and hid them and made them proper. وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلَهَا وَأَخْرَجَ ضُحَاهَا. And he darkened its night and brought forth the daylight. Means when night comes in, the day goes out, the cycle. وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. And then for that he spread out the earth. As we know from the plate tectonic movement, as the earth keeps spreading out and we have more and more place, and as we know that when certain underground volcanic activity happen, we have seen in Pakistan border in Karachi, there's a little island which appears, and then after when the pressure goes down, the earth gets sinking and the water comes up over that. So sometimes they are permanent, sometimes they are temporary, and this is how the earth is being spread out. وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلَهَا وَأَخْرَجَ ضُحَاهَا. And وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا وَأَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا وَمَرْعَاهَا. And then we from it brought out water and its meadows. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have underground water, rivers running. There's been actually now recent discovery that there's an ocean underground which is running under the crust of the earth. So there is plenty of water around us, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing, which Prophet Muhammad had no knowledge to see the geological sign of it. أَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا وَمَرْعَاهَا وَالْجِبَالَ أَرْسَاهَا. And then when the earth was unsteady and shaky ground, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fixed it with a firm mountain and made the ground steady. مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ. All this is for you, for your benefit, O mankind, and your cattle and livestock, what you have. These are the things Allah saying, I did it for you, and I created you for me. So this is all what it is. We should worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and none other. Let's listen to the verse. Next verse.
فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى.
So when the greatest havoc will take place.
يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى
On the day when man will recall what he did,
وبرزت الجحيم لمن يرى
and the hell will be exposed for all who see.
فأما من طغى
Then for the one who had rebelled and
وآثر الحياة الدنيا
preferred the worldly life to the hereafter,
فإن الجحيم هي المأوى
the hell will be the abode.
So then there's a mention of the day of judgment, because the Quraysh and all human today also wants to know if there is a day of judgment, when that will be, and the scientists and all the physicists are working on that, and they are predicting what day of judgment or the doomsday, which they're thinking galaxy will get mixed up or merge and strike each other or cause the destruction. There is a description of that in the Quran. فَإِذَا جَاءَتِ الطَّامَّةُ الْكُبْرَى, when there will be greatest of the havoc will happen in your galaxy or in all creation. يَوْمَ يَتَذَكَّرُ الْإِنسَانُ مَا سَعَى. And then the day of judgment will come, and he will recall, or mankind will recall, what they have earned. Sa'a means efforts, what they have done. وَبُرَّزَتِ الْجَحِيمُ لِمَن يَرَى. And then hell will be exposed for all who sees it. So hell, the destruction of things will happen, but the hell will be kept there. And وَبُرَّزَتِ الْجَحِيمُ لِمَن يَرَى, so that he can see, or that person who denies for the hell will see that. فَمَا مَن طَغَى, and the one who rebelled, disobeyed Prophet and Allah. وَأَثَرَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا, and then he preferred the worldly life to the hereafter. So then that person will be living for everlasting, ever-ending abode in the hellfire. And then the description about the person who believe in Allah and in the paradise and hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describe about that person.
وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى
whereas for the one who feared to stand before his Lord and restrained his self from their evil desire,
فإن الجنة هي المأوى
the paradise will be the abode.
يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها
They ask you, O Prophet, about the hour, the day of judgment, as to when it will take place.
فيما أنت من ذكراها
In which capacity are you to tell this?
إلى ربك منتهاها
With your Lord is the final word about it.
So then there's a description of those people who fear to standing in front of their Lord, and they did not get destroyed or driven away by their whims and desires. وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى, and he restrained from those. فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. So then they wanted to do wrong to people or wrong to others. Allah saying that person who restrained himself or herself, the Jannah, paradise, is the final abode for them. And they ask you, يَسَأَلُونَكَ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ أَيَّانَ مُرْسَاهَا. As I mentioned earlier, that they asked the Prophet when the hour or day of judgment will be. And as I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Prophet have told everything except the day of the year, about the year, which year that will come. فِيمَا أَنْتَ مِنْ ذِكْرَهَا. And you are not sent to tell people about the day of judgment, about the date or the time. It is just to inform, because it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept secret with him, and he had given him the Prophet Muhammad the knowledge, and he took it back from him as he wills. إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ مُنْتَهَى. The only important thing is that this is what your Lord is the final word about it. إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ مُنْتَهَاهَا. And Allah is the one who is the ultimate decision maker when the day of judgment and doomsday will be happening. It is very important to understand that Prophet was sent as a giver of a glad tidings and warner of the day of judgment, not as a person who would deliver the date of judgment. So even though Prophet told us that it will be coming after 14th century, it will be coming in the month of Muharram, it will be the Friday of the month, and it will be the 10th date of Muharram, it will be afternoon, because the sun will rise from the west and then it will go back and rise from the east. So all these are the definite signs of doomsday, but the year was not told by Prophet that which year it will be. Let's listen to the verse number 45.
إنما أنت منذر من يخشاها.
You are only a warner for anyone who fears it.
كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها.
The day they will see it, it will seem to them as if they did not live in the world, but only for one afternoon or for the morning thereof.
So this is what I was talking last time about, that when we are will be, or all human will be dead, when they will be resurrected, they will be asked, how long were you asleep? And they will say maybe a day or a little afternoon or in the morning after that. So there will be day or less than that. كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا. They'll say we didn't sleep for longer than maybe a few hours or just at dawn or the morning. إنما أنت منذر من يخشى. And you are prophet, you are the only warner whose job is to give the warning and the glad tidings, just inform the people. And this is what messenger did. Prophet is not a judge. Prophet will not be judging. Prophet will be seeking forgiveness. Prophet will be given authority to do certain things, but Allah is the ultimate power and authority and might. And this is what the whole purpose of Islam is, to bring a mankind from worshipping false gods to one and only God, and that is unique. Qul huwallahu ahad. Say, O Prophet, Allah is unique. Allahu samad. Allah does not have any needs. Lam yalid, he is not begotten by anybody from the biological relation. Walam yulad, and nobody is begotten by him by the biological relation. Walam yakun lahu, and there's none equal to him. Kufuwan ahad, as in his level of equality, not even any single one. So nothing is like Allah. Allah is unique, and Allah is samad. This is the important thing, and we are being asked to worship Allah without partners, and we all understand it. Thank you for being patient and listening. And inshallah, next Sunday we will listen about Surah Al-Anfatar and Surah Al-Inshiqaq, and then we will go to Surah Al-Rum. So as you can see that we are almost 2/3 of the Quran is about to be completed. Only 1/3 will be left after that, which was revealed in Medina. With this, I will stop now. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. If I said anything wrong, may Allah forgive me. If I said anything right, may Allah accept from us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.